Hello everyone, I'm István Fakkos, and today I will be showing you one of my favorite openings, which is the Stafford Gambit. Now to play this opening, you have to be with the black pieces. So it starts with white playing e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6, and they are capturing our pawn on e5, which is the start of the gambit. Now we are going to play knight c6, knight takes c6, and d takes c6. This is the starting position for the Stafford Gambit. I would like to take a moment to ask all of you to like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment. The gambit can be proceeded with white with multiple moves, which I am going to show you right now. One of them is knight to c3. Now we are going to play bishop c5, and white can proceed with multiple moves. One of them is bishop to e2. And now we are going to start trapping them. We are playing h5, which doesn't seem like a huge deal, but then after h3 we are going to play queen to d4, attacking their f2 pawn and threatening checkmate. Now white is likely to castle, and we are going to play knight to g4, which is once again threatening to take on f2. And now they think they have won our knight, so they are going to take it. We are taking back with the h-pawn, and white is going to get checkmated after just a small move d3. And now they have completely lost the game, because we are playing queen to e5, and after g3 we are giving them checkmate. Now we are going to look at another line, which we are going way back. After bishop c5, white can also play h3. Now this is one of those moves which can give white an advantage, because we sacrifice the pawn, and of course if white plays perfectly, we won't be able to win it back, but we still can win the game with tricks, and of course one pawn down is not the end of the world. So now we are going to play h5, trying to lure white into playing bishop e2, and we have seen this position already. We are going queen to d4, attacking the f2 pawn and trying to mate them once again with the same idea. So if they fall for it, of course taking the knight, we are going to play the same thing as I just showed you, and we are trying to checkmate them. So if they take, we take it back with the h-pawn and fall back with the queen. Now for the next one, white in this position can play bishop to c4, and this is already very bad, because we are playing knight to g4, attacking the f2 pawn with both our bishop and our knight. Now white is very likely to castle here, and we are playing queen to h4, threatening checkmate on h2. After h3 we are taking the f2 pawn with our knight, and white is likely to be checkmated if they don't take it back. If they play queen to f3, we can deliver a very nice checkmate with knight takes h3, double check, king h1, knight f2, double check again, king can only move to g1, and we are giving the checkmate with queen to h1. Another trap way back in the beginning is if they don't play knight to c3 but d3. I am going to show you two more tricks with this line. Now we can play bishop to c5 once again. One of my favorite lines is when they try to pin our knight, because now we can play knight takes e4, and they will think that they won our queen, but we are threatening something way more worse on f2. They are taking our queen, we take the f2 pawn with our bishop, and after king to e2, we are playing bishop g4, checkmate. Okay, so there is one more trick I want to show you all, and it goes with e5, and we play once again knight to e4, and we are threatening to take their queen. I will show you how. If they take our knight, we are going to take on f2 with our bishop, trying to distract their king from saving their queen, and they will try to protect it, of course. So they will play king to e2, we will play bishop to g4, once again giving them a check, and they are no longer able to protect their queen. So white is going to capture our bishop on f2, and we are taking their queen. Alright, and for the last part, I am going to show you how you can defend it with white, and how you should play when you are black and white tries to defend. Okay, so one of the best defenses is with the move knight c3, bishop c5, and white plays h3. And in this position, as I said earlier, we are trying to lure them into playing bishop e2 and transposing into the first line I have showed you with bishop e2, and that ended with us checkmating them. But they can play something else, for example, queen f3. Now in this position, we won't be able to checkmate them very fast, unfortunately, but we still have some more tricks, and I will show you the basic idea of how to proceed in the game. We are going to play queen d4, and our plan is to take out our white bishop and then castle alongside. Now they can play something like d3, we are playing bishop e6, and if they play bishop to e3, we have one last trick, which goes queen to b4, and if they take our bishop, we can take on b2 with our queen, hitting their knight and their rook at once, so they will lose one of those. Of course, if they don't take the bishop, we are just going to long castle and play the game forward with one pawn down, unfortunately. That is something that all gambits have in common, that we might come out on the wrong side of the game, down a pawn, but that is a risk you have to take if you try to play all these traps. And once again, I would like to ask you to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I'm hoping to see you all in the next one.
Hey, check this video out to make sure that you get more important information to bring your chess to the next level.